we are back in Disney Springs to try some more of the Halloween spooky themed snacks that they have here. If you guys have followed the channel, then you know that we've done a review of the Jock Lindsay's Halloween hanger bar, and that was super fun, very well themed, and actually quite tastier than I expected. So I have high hopes, but we're gonna find out. Are these spooky snacks just cute, or do they actually taste good, and are they worth your money as well? It is Wednesday, September 3rd, it's around lunchtime. Pretty light crowds here right now. If these snacks are good, you'll have plenty of time to swing by here in late September, early October, depending on when you're watching this, to give them all a try. If you're new here, hi, my name is Danny, and I have been a nutrition coach and personal trainer for the last decade, and it's my mission to help combine fitness, food, and travel with Disney magic. So I moved to Orlando earlier this year, and I want to show you guys that it's possible to go to the theme parks, to go to Disney Springs, to go to the resorts, and not come home feeling like you have to go on a diet. You can balance everything out, you can have some of the fun stuff. And just to prove that, that's, partly why I show you guys that I eat the sweets, I eat the savory stuff, the fun stuff here and there. But I want to share with you how I balance it out. So even though I'm about to indulge in a bunch of sweet treats, I will say that I've been to the gym this morning and did about an hour of strength and conditioning, which is becoming less and less because I'm currently 37 weeks pregnant. But movement is good. Movement is medicine, folks. I also had an egg this morning, and I had a protein shake on my way here. I had a cup of fruit, so I've had some lean protein, I've had some fiber. Now I'm gonna balance that out with some of the fun stuff. And I'm not gonna eat everything that I tried today, not the entire thing. I'm gonna have 1 or 2 bites, and I brought a cooler bag with me with some Tupperware containers, so I'm gonna bring home what I don't eat, share it with my husband, and finish it up over the next couple of days. So that's always an option too. First stop of the day is gonna be Amorette's Patisserie. They always have beautiful cakes and different pastries and desserts. So sometimes they're a hit, sometimes they're a miss. We're gonna see what they have that is Halloween themed. So there's the Dr. Facilier petite cake. They always have 1 or 2 different fun petite cakes. The Ghost Entremet, the Cocoa Eclair, and the Zero Cream Puff. So we'll probably get 2 of these items to try. All right, my friends, we've got the Wilting Rose and the Ghost Entremet, and they're both so cute. There were about 6 or 7 different Halloween themed treats here. They all looked good, but the Wilting Rose had me at a dark chocolate mousse with a raspberry jelly filling, and I want to say a cookie bottom. And then this is a lot of fondant on top, but it's a brownie on the bottom and a cookies and cream mousse. So these are the 2 that I went with for today. Let's see how they taste. Starting off with the Ghost Entremet. Let's see how well it cuts. Nice and smooth so far. The brownie's a little tougher than that mousse, but we're gonna get there. There we go. Look at that. Okay, so a thin layer of brownie underneath, and then a lot of cookies and cream mousse. Let's see how this tastes. It looks like there's a couple of crunchy pearls in there. First bite of the Ghost Entremet. Get a little bit of everything in this bite. Woo. Very fondant forward. I like fondant, but it's a lot. Let's try some of this cookies and cream mousse by itself. Very smooth, very creamy. Nice nice and cold, which is nice. The brownie is a little tougher, not necessarily dry, very compact. And it has some chocolate, like some mini chocolate chips in there. I do think it needs the cookies and cream mousse on top to go together well, but it's a good, together they're nice. I think they complement each other well. Ooh, this is about to get messy. Got some crunchy pearls in there. I think I would have liked some more texture in the mousse, like some actual cookies and cream crunch in the mousse. It's very, very smooth. And the flavor is there, but I want more texture in the mousse. It's a lot of mousse. I feel like the brownie's a little dry. So again, you really need to pair each bite and have mousse and brownie in each bite. And again, the fondant is cute, but it's a lot of it, so you might want to peel half of it off. Number 2, the wilting rose. Let's see what the inside looks like. That cuts a lot better than the brownie did. A lot of red jelly in that chocolate mousse. Can you see it? There we go. There we go. There's that chocolate mousse with the raspberry jelly inside. It's a lot of raspberry jelly, so you'll have to be strategic about how you use your fork to get some raspberry jelly and some dark chocolate in every bite. This is kind of falling over, so I'm just picking it up. It's pretty good. It's not as sweet as I was expecting it to be. The little cookie piece on the bottom is very, very light. Easy to eat very quickly because it's mostly mousse. The other one was harder to eat. This one is a win. Simple. If you don't like raspberry or you don't like dark chocolate or like cocoa powder, it definitely has more of a cocoa powder versus like a milk chocolate or a dark chocolate syrupy flavor. Yeah, just know what you like. But there's a lot of raspberry jelly in here, so if you don't like raspberry jelly, this one's not for you. But I do. Oh, I feel like that it's gonna dye my tongue a little bit. First stop complete. Hopefully my mouth doesn't stay purplish black for the rest of the day. I would say if I had to pick one of the two, definitely the wilting rose. I think they were both cute. Neither one was like, oh my god, I have to go back and get that again. They were both, the wilting rose was beautiful, the ghost entremet was cute. If you like cookies and cream and brownie, then if you're there, that might be the one that you would want to choose. The fondant is kind of a pain, even though it's cute. But we're on the hunt for the next one. We are headed to Erin McKenna's NYC Bakery next. They are, I want to say, exclusively gluten-free and kind of allergy-friendly. I want to point this out. Just because something is gluten-free or allergy-friendly does not inherently mean that it is healthy, okay? Does it mean it's appropriate for people who have a gluten intolerance or maybe multiple sclerosis or celiac or something else that requires that you cannot have gluten? Absolutely. But does eating a gluten-free dessert make it healthy? Absolutely not. That sucker's still chock full of sugar, y'all. So just keep that in mind. Just because you go to a gluten-free bakery doesn't mean that it is a healthier option compared to others. It just might be preferable or the right choice for you or a friend or someone else. So keep that in mind. Okay, I'm off my soapbox. All that aside, when gluten is not in a baked good, it can lack the textural component of kind of that soft gooiness that you're used to. Gluten is the protein that's found in wheat, and so it is challenging to replicate the texture of a dessert or a baked good without gluten compared to a gluten-filled dessert. So it is a lot of people don't care as much for a gluten-free dessert because they tend to be a little bit dry and less kind of sticky. So let's go see if some of these gluten-free desserts are what we want them to be. Walking up to Erin McKenna's bakery. Let's see what they have. So Erin McKenna's actually did not have their Halloween items out yet, but they did say that they were going to start receiving shipments of Halloween products tomorrow. So again, September 4th will be tomorrow. And then it'll start trickling in. But they did have a couple of fall items, and that actually started today. So I had perfect timing, and I got 2 items I'll show you guys. So they had probably, like 6 to 8 different fall themed items, a lot of them pumpkin or cinnamon style items. I found I want to say it was a cinnamon pumpkin donut, and then they have mini pumpkin pies, but they also sell a quarter of the mini pumpkin pie. So I got just a quarter of it to try, and then I don't have to take any home. So hopefully it's really good. Next time I'll want the entire pumpkin pie. Here's that cinnamon donut. Very simple, but very beautiful. Cheers. Love something that's pumpkin. Okay. It's definitely cakey. And it tastes like a homemade donut versus one that you'll buy from a regular donut shop. I really like it, actually. I might love it if it was a little bit more moist, but again, I don't know, it's good. This one might not make it home. It is moist for a gluten-free donut, I'll give you that. And I feel like this would be very simple to get a bunch of, bring them home, and like throw some fruit on top of, or throw some whipped cream on top of. Like, this would be very simple to kind of dazzle up to your own group style, This one's good. This one's a win. Oh, and you do get an annual pass holder discount from Erin McKenna's bakery, so keep that in mind. My little quarter slice of mini pumpkin pie. It's cute, it's tiny. But I love that you can just get, that's an easy grab and go bite, you guys. Okay, first bite of that mini pumpkin pie. That's good. A little light on the pumpkin, like it's a lighter pumpkin pie filling, a lighter pastry crust, lighter on spices actually even than the donut, but good. That is lovely. I think if you're wanting some lighter desserts, like, these are really, really good. I'm a fan. Some of that, I think, nutmeg and cloves is coming in on the back end. I quite like that. Don't care for the icing that's on top instead of like a whipped cream, but the pumpkin pie filling and the pastry crust is good. Both of these are a win for me. I recommend. Third and final stop for today in Disney Springs is going to be the Ganachery. So this is going to be more of your chocolate specific shop or ganache shop. And I know they have a couple of Halloween items that are, now at this point I hope they're already out because maybe I forgot to look at the date, but let's see what they have to offer. I think they have a Halloween Mickey chocolate malt frozen drink that I really wanted to try, and a couple of different like ganache chocolate pops. So let's see. So it'll be an adventure. You guys, check out that line for Gideon's Bakehouse. That's like a 5-minute line. That is very rare. If you ever see the line and it is only like 10 or 15 people, get in it. We're gonna be just up here on the left. The Ganachery. They have their Halloween sign out, so they have Haunted Mansion portrait bars, Oogie Boogie chocolate toffee bites, poison apple chocolate piñata, and mini trick-or-treat chocolate pop. We have gotten a piñata from here before, and while it was a lot of fun, that chocolate around the outside is just kind of molding chocolate. Now the filling was phenomenal, and you do get a little wooden mallet to whack it open, so the experience is fun. But it is quite a bit of money for just the inside treats.
Professionally done. Ours we did ourselves, so ours is better.
Yours is better. I love it. This should be in a magazine, you guys.
Funny Italians, right?
It is very cool that you can watch them work here.
I always like to say if you have.
That's the chocolate, or the poison apple chocolate piñata. So cute.
And we have some utensils right here in case you need to grab any of the
Oogie Boogie chocolate toffee bites.
Spoon is probably the best way. That way you just scrape all the stuff.
The mini trick-or-treat chocolate pop.
See you again soon.
How stinking cute is this?
Peter, yes, that had to put some nice bag was sold out.
I think these are going to be what's calling my name, along with the chocolate malts.
It is a pumpkin spice toffee there, and this year it has
Minus the
some
not
gummy
pretty.
worms with some pictures.
This is our pumpkin spice malted chocolate chiller. A blend of 3 chocolates, malt, and pumpkin spice. How precious is that? Hey, before this melts, we've got to try it. We don't have a lot of time here. The orange Mickey pumpkin is made out of white chocolate. Let's see if I can get a sip without it falling over. That is good. Almost like a shake version of pumpkin pie. It's like the perfect combo of pumpkin pie and chocolate malt. It's thick, it's creamy, but it's also smooth. There's lots of spices in there. That is a win, you guys. Well done, Ganachery. They have an alcoholic version of this one too, but again, 37 weeks pregnant. We're gonna have to wait a few more weeks on that one. White chocolate. It's a very good white chocolate. I'm a dark chocolate gal, but that is really yummy. How cute is this little guy? $3 for a little truffle. Ooh, there's a lot of special paint on there. Let's see how it tastes. The texture is so good. That's phenomenal. It's gonna melt really fast. Not shareable. I mean, you could, but it is a tiny bite. Oh, there's one down my shirt. That's cute. A little messy. Might want to nap them. So the other piece was pumpkin chai and white chocolate, and then this one is cinnamon and milk chocolate. It's melting fast. The texture, the creaminess. This one has a lighter flavor profile in a good way compared to the other ones. That chai was very forward previously, so this one's a little bit less with just cinnamon. You love milk chocolate. This one's a win. I think that's gonna wrap us up for today. I hesitate to say that I'm a little cinnamon and chai and pumpkined out. We tried 6 really fun, spooky and fall treats today, and I would say for the most part they were all a win. I would go back for both items at Erin McKenna's bakery. I would go back for all 3 items that we tried at the Ganachery. And I'm gonna keep going back to Amorette's Patisserie and trying their new seasonal treats. Again, sometimes they're a win, sometimes they're not. They are the most beautiful treats and desserts that you've probably ever seen. So definitely check them out. If you guys try any of the fall or Halloween treats in Disney Springs, tag me at Healthy Disney on social media. I wanna see what you like, I wanna see what you don't like, I wanna see what's beautiful, and how you're having fun in the Walt Disney World and making a balance of your trip. So that's it, that's all for now. Make sure you subscribe and give a thumbs up to this video, and that way you won't miss out on future Healthy Disney content. Posting weekly videos at this point. I'm Danny with Healthy Disney, and I'll talk to you in the next episode. Bye for now.